Hello, and welcome to the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York venue. Tonight we find ourselves at near the den of Kotori on the cairn. This evening, Zeke has been doing a lot of soul searching, trying to figure out what his next step in his new journey that he woke up to not too long ago. And it has decided it is time to take a greater role in the nation. So, being that he finds himself in need of someone to challenge, he has thought of an old acquaintance, perhaps a friend that fought against the Storm Eater with him. And so he's gone in search of Kotori. He is coming through the Umbra. He's got his usual backpack with his Weaver tech hidden away in it, and he's got a brown wrapped package with him as well. It may smell faintly of pork products, but he knows his quarry, and when you hunt, you always bring the right bait. So he is going to head over towards Kotori's den and kind of perch up outside and wait for the scent to reach the Lupus's nostrils, as he knows it will, as he sits down on a rock nearby in the umbroscape and opens up the brown package to display about a pound and a half of cooked bacon and half a pound of uncooked bacon, because he wasn't sure which he would prefer. You just kind of sit there and wait for Kotori to come walking out.
So you dedicated bacon. You dedicated bacon to go to the Umbra. I would have thought this would be in the Tellurian, but okay, sure, let's do it in the Umbra.
We can do it either way.
Yeah. Well, I think it will be simpler, in the Tellurian.
Okay, so, we'll do it that way.
But yeah,
so,
we
not the Umbra,
we get the idea. We get the idea. So pretty much after a few minutes, he can actually see blue eyes starting to come out from the darkness of the den, and Kotori is getting out in his lupus form. He has a dream catcher in his mouth that has the appearance of an owl that he seems to have been working on lately, and he just sees it like so basically, if I get the scene right, there is the package and Zeke is sitting just behind the package, like waiting.
Yep, exactly.
So Kotori puts the dream catchers on one of the roots, and he's starting to approach, and he just sits, at equal distance of the box, just as the same distance as Zeke. Hi.
Zeke grins. Hello, Kotori Raya. How are you? I brought you a morning snack.
I see that. I see that. Not that I doubt your friendliness, but I guess that you might have a reason to offer me this offering of bacon.
I do. I was simply trying to keep everything amenable.
And Kotori,
friendly.
Approach the a little box, and he takes it. He takes part of it in his muzzle, and he's taking steps back, and he says, the lupus pack accept your offering."
I appreciate that. And now
So
I hope that the Lupus Pack will, and he'll stand up and kind of brush himself off, accept my challenge for the rank of Foster.
and he sits crossing his paws on the ground and putting his head on them. "Oh well, you didn't have to bring me bacon for me to accept your challenge. You
I
are
know.
you're a fine Philodox, and you made quite accomplishment for the nation around here. So that would be quite rude of me not to accept a friendly request."
I'm aware that I didn't need to bring it, but as you and I have not spoken since the battle with the Storm Eater, I felt like I needed to make a little bit of amends for having neglected our friendship.
And he cocks his head on the side, and he gets up and get back into his den for a few seconds before coming back, and he brings you back another dream catcher, and he gives it to you, and you can actually see that he doesn't use silk or things like that. It's very, I would say, raw, like the what would have been used as silk is actually leather.
Nice.
Leather, it's made of branches and bird feathers. There.
Okay. Zeke will
Now
take
we're
it.
even. And he winks.
Zeke grins. My thanks, brother. And he'll take the dream catcher and attach it to his backpack very securely.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you want a challenge for Foster? And he thinks for a little bit. Yes, I see the problem. We are unfortunately lacking of Forsten Philodoxes.
Zeke nods and kind of shrugs. This, we got Melee and Raya, Morning Kill Raya, but they're way too important for this. And then everybody else is Cleoth, so kind of stuck like Chuck.
And our master of challenges is back to his home country.
He is. So
he closes his eyes for a few seconds. Actually, I think I have something that might interest you. It was something that Xavier actually did when he was a cub. You're a Philodox, right?
I am, brother.
I have no doubt. Well, being a Philodox, you judge according to the litany, don't you?
I do.
But you also have to judge everyone. Not just according to the litany. You have to be able to witness and actually know the other auspices for their good and their failings.
I do. You're absolutely correct, sir.
Then here is my challenge for you. Since you need to know everything, well, not everything, of course, but since you need to know how the other auspices work, here is what you will have to do. You will go to 5 representatives of each auspices, and they will task you. They will give you a task, a small one, that is in relation to their auspice, so that you can better understand them. I want you to go and find Antonio, your packmate. This is the only packmate that I will tells you to go. For Theurges, well, either by your choice, you can go to me or to Kachina for this one, I would say. For Philodox, have you met Seekers of Answers?
I
My
have,
packmate.
brother.
Good.
I have.
Then go to him. He is, well, he's a stargazer, Philodox, but also he is a lupus, being a Homid, city-born. Maybe his insight will give you some things to think about. For the Galliard, go to Emmet. And lastly, for Arun, I would have said Callie, but I am not sure how she is handling what happened at the bar. So I would rather have you go to Travis, Raya.
All right. You see, he's taking out a piece of paper and he's writing down names on a piece of paper so he doesn't forget.
And once you have performed all these tasks, then come back to me and tell me what you learned about it. What insight did it give you on each auspices, and I will consider your challenge as a foster accomplished.
All right, Raya. Well, that's your challenge, and I appreciate you taking the time to issue me this challenge. As you stated that I could choose you as the Theurge, then I would like to go ahead and do that since I'm here.
Very well. Are you, as they say, artistly inclined?
I am a craftsman. I work in metal.
You're working metal, yes, but can you? And he talks. He looks at you with a little smirk. Can you dance, or can you sing, or can you use a Homid instrument?
I have never learned to do any of these things. However, I am not above doing so. My grandfather used to play guitar on the front porch.
It's a little bit sad. I would have said that I would have brought you to a water spirit. They tend to like dances, singing, and things like that. But tell me, do you talk with spirits?
I'm learning to. I got a
Oh.
friend. I got a friend, Stan, who's been very patient with me. So I guess they'd say, I guess I'm in the process of doing that, or learning how to do that.
Hmm.
Right now, we basically talk, and he pulls out his cell phone. We talk on this right now while I'm learning.
Your friend is a Weaver spirit.
Yep. Yeah, he's a pattern spider. He and I have made a pact that allows me to carry, and he kind of gestures towards his backpack. This allows me to carry the various Weaver implements that I need into the Umbra. And he is the spirit that I made a deal with. It was a mutual thing. I didn't bind him or anything like that. It's a mutual thing. Stan and I came to an agreement, and he helps me with that. And in exchange, I let him basically experience everything I experience.
And what did you learn from that?
I think I learned that deals with the spirits are a bit of a give and take. As long as you honor your end of it, they'll honor their end of it. They're honorable creatures. I hated that I met with Stan the way I did. It was right after the whole Dragos Raya thing, and Snow and I were getting ready to leave the bond to go try to talk to the Weaver spirits, and old Stan, he about attacked us because they were all kinds of pissed off about what Dragos did. So we were able to talk to them and make them understand that we were trying to fix that and everything, and that tended to help. Because of that, Stan agreed to join me and be my, I guess the best way to put it is my companion.
Well, I would say that you're in the right and a little bit in the wrong. Spirits are honorable and we tend to respect their end of the bargain. However, well, I would suggest that you watch for trickster spirits then, because they will uphold their end of the bargain, but maybe not in the sense that you were thinking. Because it is in their nature. Every spirit has a particular nature. They tend to follow a pattern, as your pattern spider friend does. A spirit of war is the very essence of war. It can be angry, it can be calm, but still warrior-like with warrior values, while a peace spirit is upholding to his essence, what he is and what he is supposed to be. I think, well, it's do you I think I have a little something that we can work on, actually.
All right.
Do you know the rite of summoning, Zeke?
No, sir. Nobody's ever taken the time to show me a rite. I mean, I know they exist, but nobody's ever, I guess you'd say, taken the time to explain to me how they work and all that good stuff.
So, do you not know a rite of punishment?
Nope. Don't know any rites yet. Hadn't been taught one.
and he, he looks at you with bright eyes, and he says, "Okay." And he gets up. Right. Take note. You're going to ask Ryan to teach you a rite of punishment,
All right.
and because yeah, that's I mean, he can. It would be up to him, but yeah, I would say that I would be very. I would find it very strange for a uh, for someone like you to not be able to carry out the sentence that he hold.
Mhm.
Um, Out of character, does he have ritual? Or,
Nope.
uh,
Nope.
he has no pointed rituals.
Nope.
Oh,
He has not been taught.
all right. All right.
Yeah. Out of
Well,
character. The first time he met a Philodox
mhm,
in character
mm.
was yesterday.
You're
Well, no, not yesterday, because he's been talking to Annalise, but they never talked about Philodox stuff. So yeah, I mean, he came in and it was the fight with the Storm Eater. So
okay. Okay.
and the only other Philodox in the Scepter at that time was Ben, really, and he was already in jail. And then
Okay. I
yeah,
see.
so
I see. Then yes. Then yeah. Go to yeah. This is. I would have said that each of the auspices should be able to choose their task. If Seeker of Answers think of something more useful for you, a more interesting task and a more important one for you to accomplish, then yes, he will be able to choose whatever he wish. But I think my packmate will agree that for you to have, yes, yes, you must have a ritual of punishment. That would be very strange for you if you cannot carry on the sentence that you deal to other Garou.
makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Mm. All right. As for me, then I think it's more urgent for you to. It is more urgent for you to learn it. I think for me, if I have the time, I will. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about it. You don't have rituals, so I can't force you to learn the rite of summoning, which is ritual 2. All right. So if you give, if um, here is what we can do. Do you know absolutely no rights?
Not one that I'm aware of.
All right. Then, since you will soon know how to talk to spirits, I'm going to teach you how to make talents.
All right.
I will help you to learn the right that allows you to create different talents. That way, you will be able to do more stuff by yourself. And then the next step, of course, for you will be the rite of summoning. That way, you can be truly independent. But we can see that later.
All right.
Well, you say that you can actually work with your hands.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a crafter.
Yes, sir.
Then that's the first step. You have to understand that spirits, as you may have noticed, are very I wouldn't say self-centered. Well, they kind of are, but they they tend to have things that they carve for, some things that draw their attentions. For example, um, if you actually take the magpie, a bird,
Hmm.
if you were to summon a magpie spirit, and that you would want to make her inhabit either, well, a fetish or a talon, they are pretty much like their Tellurian selves. They like shiny things. They like things that are shining. So sometimes they will ask, you don't necessarily need to have this as their home. After all, you could put a magpie into a harmony flute because it's a bird. It's a bird, and his sing can smooth even the most raging garou. But if you want them to pay attention to you and to grant you blessings or services, there is a gymnast to pay to them. And it can happen that some spirits like objects, like the magpie would like some shining object. Or have you seen the wingless dragons that were around the sept during the Storm Eater?
The wingless dragons. Um, snakes.
Giant snakes flying with
Yep. Yep.
most with whiskers.
Yep. Yep. Gotcha.
Those ones who are of Uctonus brood and hail from the Eastern uh, philosophy tends to, like, if you were to ask this spirit, if you were to ask this spirit for a blessing, or even help, they are very ceremonial, and they like things to be done according to Eastern philosophies, as I understand. So they will sometime ask for, what do they call this stone? Greenstone. Greenstone, I think, green shining stone.
Emerald.
No, not that one. The other. I think jade. Yes,
Jade. All right.
jade. They like jade. So if you were to ask Geminid for one, you could get some jade, and with your crafting abilities, you could make a small statue of him, a small statue of the wingless dragon. And if he finds the work remarkable, then you could ask him to inhabit this this work of art for only a small period, which would be a talon, or a more longer period, which would be the fetish. Fetishes holds generally more power, as the spirit generally gets more in exchange than a simple talent. However, you will notice very quickly when you will have this gift that spirit tends to be more open to talents, because it is only temporary. Once you use the talents, the spirit is free to go back to the Umbra. Yes, I think yes. This is the task that I will give you. We will we will work together on that, and I will teach you this right.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So, okay. Kind of
And
scribbles some more on a piece of paper.
he looks at the bacon. Do you want some?
Oh, no, I brought that for you. I already had breakfast. I appreciate it, though.
All right. Then you can come and see me. You can come back and see me later, and I will start your teaching about learning this right and ceremonious aspect of all the different rites that will help you to understand how rituals work in our society.
Sounds good, brother. This was what I was hoping for. He kind of gestures widely with his hands. I understand that this is a challenge, and this is and this is part of, I guess you'd say, this is part of what I was looking for. This enhances my role within the society, and it all makes sense, and it's starting to make sense, and I guess that's a good thing.
And I am happy if you're happy.
I'm always happy around you, Katori Raya. It's hard not to be.
Well, I try my best. We have a little bit too much people brooding lately, me included, unfortunately. And I think that your pattern spider wants to speak with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we will call it a scene as the pattern spider is asking for his friend some things.
Ezekiel pulled his phone out of his pocket and started typing on it.
We will see you guys next time on Zeke Adventure, as he will roam to all the 5 auspices to learn some things. And maybe some people will actually have some fun, especially a certain Ragabash.
It's gonna be bad.
We will catch you later, ladies and gentlemen.